guys, Tyler here. Welcome back to Railbound, the train track drawing puzzle game where you're meant to get each of the cars, attach the engine in the proper order. It's an interesting game. Got a new world with new mechanics. Looks like there's a button that controls a switch track. Seems very exciting. You gotta get the cars in the correct order. One must attach before two. Right now it looks like two is gonna attach before one, so what's the big deal? Well, it's simple. Two is gonna come first, so it's gonna hit the button. So I assume the switch track will actually send it to the left, so I probably gotta loop it around. And then during that time, one will follow right in. And it will reach the correct order. So this is a very cute game that actually has a lot of devilish puzzles in it. I'm excited to see how difficult it can get. I've heard this world in particular can get quite challenging. So we'll see what that ends up looking like. But for now, just press the buttons and get to the car. We're on the main track right now, and generally we're not going to see any extreme challenge until, well, the actual challenge levels, but who knows? So here, I just hit the button twice and everything will be fine. Alright, nice. I like that switch track. Now there's a blue switch track, okay. So realistically, I need to hit both of the yellow, orange, and blue buttons once. So that way the switch track doesn't just lead us off the track. And is it as easy as just looping back? Like this? Am I missing something? What's gonna go wrong? Oh, I see. That's cute. Right, duh, I need to actually make it to this track. Well, does this get anywhere close? No, it gets the trains in the wrong order. I think I need to approach this more logically instead of just placing tracks. I got 13 to work with. Right, this one's tricky just because I can't break it down into words what's even worth doing at all. I think what the game wants me to do is have one car hit one button and the other hit the other button. But there isn't a way I found that can actually do that at all. I feel like the only way I can actually get a win is if somehow two presses the button first. Or maybe two is the only one to press the button, I don't know. Maybe there's some merit here. Let's try it. Oh, that's the one. Beautiful. Alright, so I got a single button that controls both a switch track and a gate. Well, part of me wants two to hit the button again, because I mean, that did me well last time. Why not bring it back? I don't know, maybe this will be good. Okay, this is close. I just need two to go a little slower. And that actually uses all my tracks, so pretty clean solution. Love it. Again, one button that controls both a switch track and a gate, and a lot of forced tracks, huh? Well, if one hits the button, it'll actually go on the switch track and then go to the gate, but is two going to beat it there? Probably will. Or at least cause a collision. That's a shame. Well, why doesn't then two join with one? And I think we're gonna need to see like 3 hits of the button. Wait, no, this doesn't work. Two joins with one, but two is gonna hit the button the second time, so it's gonna come through here. Oh, that works. Let's send it. Yep. Beautiful. The triple button press. You love to see it. Blue's got a switch track and a gate. Yellow-orange has just the switch track. 7 track pieces. I imagine they just all go here. At least that would make the most sense. Starting like this could be all right. So I hit the blue button. 2 comes around, hits the yellow button. But then yellow's going straight. And then I've got a switch track issue. Wait, hold on. Is 2 gonna go? 2 will go straight. And it presses the button again, so I don't like that. How about something more like this? So 1 will go hit the yellow button. Now this doesn't look like it'll work either. It's close, except blue needs to be hit again. Let me delete and start over. Does anything like this have any merit? Maybe. Oh, hey! I'm not gonna lie, there wasn't much thought put into that. I just kinda drew the track and was waiting for feedback. You know, if that didn't work, I told it was gonna learn something from it, though. 2's gotta go through 3 gates. And there's 3 buttons for it. 2 switch tracks. This looks very convoluted. Draw a mandatory track. That's also mandatory. This is a mandatory track, mandatory track. I really only have 7 to work with. I imagine I need a track at each of these corners. I probably need a connecting track, and I need both 1 and 3 to get on board. So that's really all the tracks I can use. I bet it at least starts something like this. And right now I'm just connecting them to see what kind of juice I can squeeze. So 3 hits purple. Purple allows me to hit blue. Actually, I'm pretty sure this just works. Yeah, it's beautiful. All right. The good old find where the tracks go and then figure out the switch positions after strategy. It's pretty clean. All right, so I'm terrified of the challenge levels of this world because the regular levels actually did give me some struggle. I don't know how much of that was captured on video, but the struggle was there. It's real. This is a lot of track pieces for a tight space. I think the hard part is just going to be hitting the buttons the right number of times. Does this have any merit to it? Oh! If one's stuck here and the track switches, it doesn't get a chance to save itself. It's just doomed. Well, I could try something like this. Just have a nice little loop at the end. And eventually 2 gets there. Yeah, that's okay. That's not too bad. 12 tracks. This one looks tough. Somehow I got to get 1 in front of 2. Well, if they go in and hit the buttons, how does this work? Do they separate yet? No, they don't. But what if they go in from this direction? Do they separate now? Ah, they do. Separate, I don't quite like how that's separating, but it does separate. Well, loop it around a bit. Loop this around a bit. And then connect and see if this gets me any closer. Like, I'd have to visualize so much in my head. I'm just hoping it works out eventually. Wait, no, this... Alright, this is a funny endless loop. Damn, this is satisfying as hell. I'm also 1 track short. What if I swap how these work? Just change up the lengths for the hell of it. Nah, that's backwards. Wonder if there's any merit to hitting this button and having 1 train go around the bottom like this, and then the other one merging? Well, that makes 2 go fast. It does get 1 to the exit at least. The only way I see is maybe this. Does that even accomplish anything? It does, actually. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow, that's as tight as they come. 4-4A. 7 tracks. 2 of them have to be here. 1 has to be here, and it can't go into here because I can't even fit a turnaround in here, so this is a mandatory track. And I could do a turnaround here and a cutoff into there. That looks like it should eventually work. All right. Puzzling through this. I mean, I have my own way of solving these puzzles. I don't think it's the way the game intends me to think about it, but it's the way that works for me. I have 16 rails here. Is that enough to fill in every empty spot? No, but it seems like this is the least amount of empty spaces left. So I've got to hit the blue once and the yellow once. I have this weird idea where I could have 1 go through, then hit the yellow button, then turn around, and then 2 would go through, hit the blue button, turn around. And then they would kind of both go backwards or something, like loop back into the track. I don't quite have enough pieces for that, but hold on. I could do it here and then here. This looks like it could work, actually. Beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous. First idea worked. There's a 4-6C in here. That's not terrifying. Well, only 6 tracks, so again, not many options. I have to push the button an even number of times. Well, does this not work? No, because how does track 2 actually make it over? It doesn't. I obviously have to have something exiting all of these. I think this is where the tracks are supposed to be, just how do I join them? Ah, is this the one? Perfect. Yep, knew the tracks would, well, I guess I moved them around a little bit, but some of these levels play themselves. This one has 18 tracks. Whenever there's a ton of tracks, there's a, well, ton of decisions. Well, so as long as I hit the button twice, I'm good. Doesn't this hit the button twice? No, it actually gets 2 to be stuck. Oh, I see. Well, the only way to get 2 unstuck is to do a little turnaround here. I think I would want the same thing to happen here, just a nice little turnaround. It would get there eventually. Love it. Pretty easy for a B tier. C tier, though, pretty scary. 10 tracks, so one's got to be here, one's got to be here. Technically, one doesn't have to connect into 2. I'm just thinking about the locations. There's got to be a track here, here. I could see a turnaround happening. Well, let's see. I got to push the button an odd number of times. And what that would do, that would make this switch track and this switch track switch. Of course, duh. Well, but how do I actually get to the button to begin with? Yeah, I got to actually think about hitting the button from the start of all this. I mean, I could have one go and hit the button. You know, something like that. But then what about port 2? And also, the button's hit, so this is flipped, and I can't get in. That doesn't make much sense. I'm inclined to believe that these are the 10 positions of the tracks. It makes the most sense right now, so let's see what I can muster. If the gate's open, I have to be able to enter from the top side, though. So maybe I need to have some sort of bend like this, and then 2 needs to go around here. And then I don't want it to attach, at least yet, and then rails here. Or I could, in fact, have this go straight up, because 2 would at least follow a nice journey up and out. But then 1 unpresses the button. So at some point, I think I just gotta split off 1. Okay, what if they both go in, 2 hits the button, and then 1 hits the button, and then I think 2 needs to hit the button again. Yeah, but I don't know how they get the hell out of here. Oh boy. Yeah, that's tricky. I mean, everything is about hitting this button. 5 rails here for sure. Has to be a rail here. Has to be a rail here. Yeah, these are the only other spots that make sense. I really think these are the positions. Just how do I do it now? I still think this has to be the correct turn. And obviously this has to connect. I want to see if anything like this makes sense for 2. And then 1 can kind of just go around the whole thing. It doesn't really make sense. I just want to see how it plays out. All right, good to know. What about this path? Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Almost. Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh! Oh, that was a tough one. Got her done though. 4-7A. Well, there definitely has to be a rail here. It's the purple button twice, which is exactly what I need. It seems like the tricky part's gonna be hitting the yellow button exactly once, and then also switch track. Switch track I think is not gonna be an issue. This almost works, except it doesn't like connect to the end at all. What about something like this? Is there any merit here? Buttons open, buttons open. Looks almost good to me. Close. Is there any chance I wrap around? Let's see if this works. Let's go. Yeah, okay, that area was just staring me right in the eye. Felt like a wraparound. Anyway, I have to start again with 4 tracks here. I might do another turnaround. Let's see, I gotta press the purple button once, pink purple. But here's an issue, 2's gonna be trapped in a loop. So I certainly have to have a turnaround with this, and then this is exactly enough tracks to complete, so maybe it just works. Yeah, I can't be spending much time calculating. I think I've just gotta keep trusting that it's gonna work. And that's continuing to work well for me. Blue and yellow buttons need to be pressed once. Mandatory track, mandatory track, mandatory track. Definitely needs to be a track here. Probably a track here. And then here and here, and maybe here? See, I'm starting to feel a path kind of like this. Does it have any merit? Yep. Just trust that it works. 13 tracks. Where do the tracks need to go? There needs to be one here. Almost certainly one's by these tunnels. Actually, this is the first time we're seeing a Well, not the first time we're seeing combined mechanics, but another way to combine mechanics. This is actually 3 mechanics combined. Switch track, gates, and tunnels. So the light tunnel goes to the light tunnel, and the dark tunnel goes to the dark tunnel. Mandatory tracks here and here. There probably needs to be one like here, here, and I can see here, here, and here. The rest I don't know, though. Here's what I know. Yellow button needs to be pressed an odd number of times. I almost wonder if I want to have 2 be directly after 1. Probably doesn't make too much sense, but I want to try it out. No. Well, hold on. Mess around with this a bit more. Okay, time to actually think a little bit better. Could go to the left file 1, or it could go into the gauntlet. That would send it around to the button immediately. Then if I want, I could have it loop around, hit the blue button, which would trigger the switch and bring it onto the track following 1. And maybe I could do something with 1 now. Have it leave, hit the blue button, which does something, and then hit the yellow button. I'm missing 2 still. That additional button press kind of stinks. Yeah, actually, do not like this blue button press. I suppose I could always try to avoid it. How does this work? There goes 1. Oh! That looks pretty close, actually. I could do a connection here and then a connection here, and maybe we'd be onto something. Oh, beautiful. 4-8B, get owned. Pretty tricky one, though. 4-9 A and B to cap this off. It's a 15er, looks pretty huge. So the yellow button needs to be hit an odd number of times, and the blue buttons, I think, need to be hit an even number of times. Because if it's odd, it looks like it'll curve in this direction, which makes entrance to the tunnel impossible. So what I almost want is for 2 to go hit the yellow button while 1 just rushes in and wins. Let's see, 2 mandatory tracks. I assume I'm gonna need tracks here and here and then here and here. Here's a weird question with the tunnel. If I enter, how do I leave? Because that's a self-repeating loop right there. I don't know, I kind of think I'm onto something with this path, but it just doesn't quite feel right. This feels okay. I get 2 blue button presses now. And I'm kind of curious about this. Does 2 stay trapped in? No. I almost wanted to lock 2 into a circle. Does this work though? Yeah, it does trap it in its own circle. Yeah, but then eventually 2 gets out and it's gonna beat 1 to the punch. What about this path? Like, I'm wondering if I can get one of them to double back. Oh, the curve in there. Let's try that again. With just 1 fewer button press. Nope. Like, I feel like what I have to do is separate 2 from 1 somehow. Does this help? Oh, maybe there's some merit here. Okay, we're getting close. I've separated them. I just got it stuck in a bad spot now. What about that? Ooh! Okay, wait, I was right when storing the 2 in the holding cell. I want to look at that level again. Yeah, this was super cool. I was really close all along. I just had to combine my 2 ideas. God, what a sick puzzle. And 4-9B looks like a hell of a challenge. 3 tunnels. I gotta press the yellow button an odd number of times. Blue button, don't know. And for this, I don't even know where to begin. It's such a huge playing field. There's so many possibilities. How about I just start by placing tracks in some of the most obvious spots? I mean, it seems that there's areas that want to be connected somehow. And this kind of gets it done. With 2 tracks to spare, unfortunately. 1 track to spare would have been perfect, but 2 makes it awkward. So there's one thing I can do with 1 is hop into the dark tunnel, hit a blue and yellow button, then pop out here, and then I would be going the correct direction through this switch track, but this switch track would be backwards. So I would almost need 2 to come in and save the day with the other switch track, but like on a delay? Or maybe with some sort of loop. Does this get me even close? That's looking good. Ooh, a little bit early on that next button hit. I don't have an easy way to slow it down, so that's not quite the strat. What if I just have this be a long, long track? No, that button is way too soon then. This uses all the rails. Ooh, nope. I guess 2 could do all of the heavy lifting. Like, I suppose, yeah, 2 could hit the blue button, and then jump into this tunnel, hit the yellow button, come out the dark one, and then just join? Do these tracks even matter? I don't think they do. Yeah, these tracks don't matter. If anything, I gotta somehow slow down car number 1. Just out of curiosity, would this work timing-wise? No, not even close. I think I would need a lot of extra time for this plan to work. Oh, God. Okay, I've been trying forever to get just one button press strategies to work. What about a triple button press? Maybe there's some way I can get that to work. Do a long loop? Is there any merit here? I don't think so. Because one just gets stuck. How about a little piece like this? Just because, I don't know. Nope, 2 get stuck. I'm curious where 1 ends up. Oh, it ends up where it begins. Is there any way I can break this down further? I don't see much as far as like clever logic goes. It seems like I just have to visualize the entire solution in my head and then get there, but I've been able to find logic shortcuts so far, so it can't fail me now. Is this it? Is this like the extra loop I need to make? It looks right. Because it is right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. There wasn't too much logic. It was just a little bit of extended trial and error. I mean, I combined a few ideas I had. I guess it's not pure trial and error. Obviously, that would be impossible to win with. I've got to find a better system for solving these. These are some devilish puzzles. I'm really going to be swept up if I don't adapt. So thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll find out if I adapt better next time. Hope you all have a wonderful day and peace.